Neon Violet Square is the largest map in the map pool. The center of the map is very wide open. I'm shocked whenever we do see it. Again, it's a rare sight, maybe once a week, if that. We're here for it. Let's go. As spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Neon Violet Square, we have the red Protoss player. The red Protoss representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the blue Protoss. It is herO. Go. So players are setting up, and we're settling in. Again, now when it comes to Neon Violet Square, it's, again, the largest map, very large map, very long rush distance by ground, likewise very defendable as well. You have your natural that has a ramp coming into it, so a very defendable natural. Likewise, you have a pocket base that you can take as a third, you can take as a fourth, you can take as a fifth. You have a free base essentially here available to you whenever you so please. Likewise, the fourth and the fifth, or I guess the other close by locations, are also very defendable, very fortifiable here. They're close by ground, close by air. So because of that, basically your 5 base setup here is very congested, very close together, and easier to rotate between. So it can be quite difficult to break a defending 5 basing player. The 6th base is more exposed, true. So when we get into the late game, the 6th base is more vulnerable, whether it's this northern 6th base or the gold base as well. They are more exposed. But in the PvP, we probably won't get there. I'll be honest. Like, I'm talking about how, like, oh, you can, like, take a third, take a fourth, take a fifth. In PvP, it's probably going to be a short one, as SKillous does open up with a proxy. Let's go. herO, meanwhile, opening up gate into Cybercore into expansion. A very greedy build here by herO. herO does open greedily. Meanwhile, SKillous opening up with what looks to be proxy Stargate. Cybercore about to finish. And with that, we have our tech. There it is, Stargate. So, if you're curious, what is proxy Stargate? Stargate is not an all-in. The goal here is to get economic damage. This is going to be proxy Oracle. Dive in, get 5-6 probe kills, and then expand, and then get ahead. And we'll see what skills can get done. For now, he's finally going for his probe scouts, and he will confirm just how greedy herO has opened up. He sees the timing of the expansion. SKillous doesn't even have a base. herO's is almost done. So there's a lot of pressure on this Oracle to make up for that. Stargate has completed. Oracles are on the way. Now, herO, when it comes to his scout across the map, he saw both pylons. I believe it was a later scout here. So herO's not fully aware of what's going on. He does have some safety sentries. He can go for hallucinations. But he's being locked down. And the Oracle has arrived. In the main base, shield batteries in production, but it's not going to finish up in time. It's not going to be ready. It's not going to be ready. SKillous does dive in. And he can focus on those probes. He gets 1, he gets 2, he gets 3. 4 or 5 probe kills so far. Nice damage. Going for the sentry. It does get it as well. 5 probes in the sentry. Well worth it here for SKillous. He does pull away. And likewise, even going for that shield battery. And we'll get it. Shield battery does pull. SKillous pulls away. But at the same time, actually, he gets into the main. Ooh, this should not have happened. SKillous, he fought so hard to kill 5 probes, and Adepts a shade into the main base. 5 workers go down, and herO, he maintains his lead. SKillous isn't done. He has 2 oracles now. He can one-shot probes. But last for now, he gets zoned away, and herO holds. He does hold. SKillous doesn't quite get any workers. Doesn't get the shots he was hoping for. Trying to dive further in. And here he's in a better position, straight up. Like after the early game, here he's enjoying a better position here with a better economy. Now taking up into Robo, into Forge, into +1, into Immortal production. Now, what I will say is that thankfully SKillous, he still has these oracles. So because of that, he has potential to deal even more economic damage. He has some potential. Let's get a revelation up. And speaking of recovering, that'll do it. What do we see? We're going for the gold. Let's go. SKillous, so he can get some economic damage done with these oracles, that is true, but SKillous, he knows he's behind. He knows he's behind, takes the natural, and he rushes into the gold base. This is a way to recover, but here he scouts, he confirms. Here he does see the gold. And now herO knows what to punish. As herO's gearing up, building up his immortals, getting into +1. From here should go into Blink himself, could go into Glaives and go for a 2-base all-in, true. I don't really know how powerful 2-base all-ins are on Neon Violet Square though. They are, I guess I should say, lessened. They're a little bit weaker on this map. But he is getting into a gateway explosion. Like herO, he has a choice to make. He can either throw down more gates or he can expand. And right now he's throwing down gateways. And we're waiting for Glaives. Oh, not quite Glaives, but the other one, Charge. This is a 2-base all-in. So here he is committing. And the goal here is to break SKillous. SKillous back at home, going for his own gates. Blink is on the way, +1. You can see SKillous, what he's doing here is he's checking. He's checking for expansions. Checks the gold, checks the left-hand side. He needs to check that pocket base. Going further in. He commits. Rushes past, sees the text, sees the Temple Archives, and he confirms. No expansion, 2-base all-in. Now SKillous knows. Now he knows for certain what's going on. It might be wise to abandon the gold. He can defend here at the ramp, but here out in the open, I feel like herO, he wants SKillous to try to fight at this location. Was the Oracle's a hunter down? But SKillous, he is moving out. Looks like he wants to make his stand here at the gold. Not going to be easy. Does spot the army coming ahead of time. Does trigger one of the shields. Safe trap is spotted. Oh, does catch one of the Archons. Not bad. Archon gets caught. herO does rotate. Does rotate, getting more Archons ready. Likewise, there are 2 shield batteries present here for SKillous. Let's put his shield batteries. Mainly very Zealot heavy. He's going to go for the dive. And can he get on top of that first Archon? Third Archon has arrived. Zelta gets zoned away. Shield battery doing what he can. But here he can reinforce. And he can break through. The Zelta, they're getting on top of those Archons. 1, 2, 3 Archons go down. Oh, sorry, 1 does survive. Despite that, the Immortals, yeah, they're getting so much damage in the back line. Getting on top of those Archons. herO, he should be able to break through this. It's getting close. Boys are being pulled. No Archons left to defend. And SKillous, can he get on top of those Immortals? Looks like he barely... cannot. Barely cannot. But SKillous, the base doesn't get broken. He's hold. He does hold on. herO doesn't commit. Again, these Immortals, they're very vulnerable to Zealots. Like, they're very vulnerable without Archons. So here he doesn't risk it. He pulls away. He needs those Archons to keep going. And SKillous, he's buying time. He has 4 shield batteries. He's buying more time. Warping in more Zealots. Again, if SKillous can focus down those Archons of herO, then he can overwhelm. Oh. There's the feedback. Speaking of Archons, herO is getting a 3rd Archon. Still moving in. Does get a couple of nice volleys though. Again, Shield Batter's a little bit too far behind. And SKillous is going for the Immortals. He does shut down one of the Archons. Yeah, he's breaking through. He's breaking through. SKillous, he has done it. He overwhelms. One Immortal goes down. Massive pickup. And SKillous holds. Whew. SKillous, he does hold on. herO getting forced back. And remember, herO, he's 2-base all in. He's 2-base all in. This was meant to end the game. And in a way it is. It's ending the game in favor of SKillous. Archons, they drop into the mineral line. They're getting some economic damage, but this pales in comparison to the army that SKillous has. And he's not turning around. He commits. He knows he has momentum. He's pushing out across the map. SKillous, he just needs a prism. Without a warp prism, it takes a long time to reinforce. I don't know if SKillous can break herO. Oh, herO goes for the warp in. Oh my god. Archon goes down. And SKillous, he does not have enough momentum. Doesn't have a way to reinforce. herO survives. But SKillous is in a better position here. Getting into +3. herO, he's going double robo, double disruptor. Disruptors are a way to recover. You can be down 20, 30, 40 army supply, but with some well-placed Novas, herO, he can bounce back. Did you go for the Dark Shrine as well? Not quite. But this is a comeback tool here that Protoss has in PvP. Is disruptors or DTs. Or even both at times. The Bay is done. Disruptors are building up for herO. With that SKillous, he's just building up. He should be going for a Warp Prism. The Robos are still on the way. Is that still the first Robo for SKillous? Oh, it is. Okay, so that's the first Robo. So we can go to its own Prism. Until then, SKillous is being somewhat active. Checking for a fourth. SKillous taking his own. Uh-oh. Never goes off. Oh! Gets a Zealot. And that one Observer coming in clutch. Oracle into the main. Here's ready. Whether it's an Oracle or a War Prism, here he is prepared. And SKillous, I mean, very important, he did scout, he did get eyes on those disruptors, and how does he respond? Second Stargate. He is making Phoenixes. Often Disruptor Tech does force out more disruptors from your opponents, and we do have a second Robo on the way, so it looks like SKillous, he's thinking about that. But Phoenixes are a really fun way to deal with this. The goal here would be to lift every disruptor though, and it's not easy. Not easy to engage with. But the goal is SKillous, he's got a little lifting to do. He's got to lift back. Gotta take that creatine. Let's go. As herO, he's gonna have a lot of disruptors. Getting up to 6, getting up to 7, soon to be 8. SKillous moving out. Likewise, supply block behind this, that will delay. Where are those pylons? There we go. Delay pylons here by SKillous. Will allow herO to catch back up. Being cheeky. Never goes off. Ooh. Takes down two Zealots. Does catch 2. Keeping tabs on SKillous. As we face off, big shout out to Blaker Dudes in the chat. God, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Blaker Dudes, for the support, for resubscribing for 18 months as well. Oh my god, our second 18-month sub alongside Wolver's Juice 2. Thank you. Thank you so much for the 1.5 years of support. Do appreciate it. As here he is breaking out. How many disruptors? He has 10 disruptors. He has 10 Novas. It's crazy. I know we have Phoenixes, but I mean, they have a little lifting to do. Likewise, the Archons are here to protect. Right? The Archons are here to shut down those Phoenixes. to protect those disruptors. You can see Skill setting up for a surround. He has a flank on the right. He has the main army towards the center, a flank on the left. As here he's up to 12 disruptors. I don't think the pieces are going to be good enough, I'll be honest. Fleet beacons on the way. That should be for SkyToss from the side of SKillous. Good motherships in production. Skill's going for the economy. Not bad. But here he moves out with a terrifying army. Remember, here he's coming out of a failed all-in. He failed to break SKillous. herO, he was behind, but now I kind of want to favor hero's army. Man, when you have 12 disruptors, anything is possible. they can even shoot up. I mean, it's crazy. They can do anything. The Phoenixes are not safe. As here, he's just pulling SKillous back. Like, seriously, he just can't engage. How do you? I mean, even if he lifted every single disruptor he can, he only has 7 Phoenixes. Only 7. There's still going to be 5 Novas going off. As herO moves out, so Ramai moves in. Skill's trying to punish herO, dragging him all the way back home. And this is buying time for another Stargate, but again, where's the SkyToss? Where the carriers? Where the Tempest? That would be an answer to this. That's typically what this forces, is the SkyToss transition. But SKillous, he's maxed. He can't get there yet. Now getting into Immortal. herO moves in. And herO, I don't think he can be stopped. Don't think he can be. As they connect. Phoenixes, they respond, they rotate. I'm still not fond of the Mass Immortal. I mean, this also shows why typically disruptors force out other disruptors from your opponent and you end up in disruptor wars. Because it's so difficult to deal with them otherwise. Nice little run by 12 probe kills, not bad. Forces the recall. Does force a recall. herO, he turns back around and more probes falling. Zelt's in the natural. But now being distracted. SKillous, he pulls away. Pulls away, catching any stray units. Doesn't find much. Not yet. Now pulling away. And now he's freed up supply. For what? For carriers. There we go. Carriers are in production. That proxy's still up and running, by the way. I don't think it ever got scattered. No, it did. Sorry, it did get scattered. Here he left it alone. SKillous needs more time for the carriers. Here blinks in. Nova's going up. Nova's, they will connect. They connect with the Immortals. They connect with the Archons. Slow zones, they do impact those Novas though. They do shut them down. They'll run by once again. Catching the army. Oh! Bit of a move command. They're running into SKillous. And carriers, they have been revealed. SKillous, he can pull this off. Nice lift. A very nice lift. Oh my god, Novas are connecting though. Mortals, they take a lot of shots to the face. But the Phoenixes, they do their job. They focus on as much as they can. And SKillous, he shuts down the army. He shuts it down completely. The carriers, they have arrived. Whew. Lifts up the disruptors. And it was all or nothing for herO. GG gets called. And SKillous, he will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Again, I was losing faith in SKillous as we got up to 12 disruptors before the SkyToss, but the carriers, they arrived just in time. SKillous, he bought enough time, more importantly, with those Zealot run-bys. Those were kind of the MVPs of that game. I mean, SKillous, he was ahead initially, but herO, he recovered. But the Zealot Rumbais, they just kept going across the map. They kept distracting herO. They forced recalls. They forced him back home, and they bought time for those carriers. Bought time for the carriers, and once they arrived, herO had no answer. Remember, he had no Blink Stalkers. He had some Archons, that is true, but that was all his anti-air. He was being cleaned up. He was being shut down, and with that, SKillous takes a lead. Oh my god. Here we go. And with that, we are now getting into game number 2. Here we go. So get into game 2. Look one-sided until the carrier Phoenix hit. Yeah, I mean, again, for good reason. I mean, it was a terrifying disruptor army, but it also had some longevity. As we saw, it had a lifespan, I should say, a time limit, and eventually time ran out. Eventually, carriers did hit, and SKillous did overwhelm. And now we're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Frostline, we have our red Protoss player. We have, for Team Liquid, leading the series 1-0, it is SKillous. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player from South Korea down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back and make a series out of this and tie things up. It is herO. Oh, thank you, Nikita. Thank you. Gah, buddy, gah. Nikita, not to be confused with Nikita, I believe. There's a lot of Nikitas in StarCraft. I believe Nikic is also a Nikita. And kind of Nikaract, kind of. Close enough. But regardless, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting, for subscribing, for half a year, for 6 months, which we're trying. Thank you. Thank you. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Gracias. As from here, we do have our 2-gate openers. We have our 2-gate opener here by herO, likewise 2-gate opener from SKillous. So far, mirrored builds. Once again, SKillous, he does hide his probe. As a reminder, in game 1, SKillous did go for a proxy. He did go proxy Stargate into Oracle, and this is looking like a similar setup here. Pylon gets thrown down, and we're not really close by ground. We're quite far off to the distance, quite far off on the right-hand side, so if we do go for a proxy, it does feel like a Stargate, but we'll keep an eye on SKillous. As the Probe Scout does confirm the pylon is missing. So here, he knows that the pylon should be in the main, is not. The pylon is somewhere else, and oh, he's committed. Never mind. I assumed it was going to be a Stargate. I assumed it was too far away, and it is far away. I'll stand by that. But despite that, proxy robo. Let's go. Now, there is a give and take here with this location. On the one hand, because it's further away, it does mean it's less likely to be scouted. True. Like herO, he knows the pylon is missing, he knows that it's nowhere to be found, he knows that something is wrong, and herO should be looking. He should soon be scouting for that proxy, and it's going to be difficult to scout this specific location. The downside, though, of it being further away, of it being more difficult to scout, is that it means that reinforcements take a little bit longer. It means that the all-in is going to be a little bit weaker here because of the time it takes for reinforcements to get across the map, as we are amassing those immortals. So there are pros to this, there are cons to this as well. For now, herO, he is going for a 2-gate opener into an expansion before the robo. Very greedy build here by herO. Very risky play. Considering that herO knows that the pylon is missing, like this is a risk. And the probe scout is going to be denied. Oof. For all herO knows, there could be an expansion, there could be a nexus, or there could not be. The dev goes down. herO is being somewhat active. Prism is on the way for SKillous. herO, he breaks out. Does break out. Immortal has right now. He knows. Yeah, now he knows. He's getting caught with his pants down, getting caught out in the open. Nice force field, does delay. Falls back to the shield battery. Ooh, takes down a stalker. Nice control by herO. Raise 1-1. Sentry for stalker. And shields get triggered. And we have more shield batteries on the way. herO, he responds with his own robo. His own setup. Prism has arrived. I mean, true in a way, gateway reinforcements, they're now warping in on the front lines. Still delayed immortal production though, or delayed reinforcing immortals, I should say. SKillous moving in. Force wheels try to lock him down. Oh god! Does save the stalkers, does save them. Whew. Does pull away. Again, herO, he's buying time for immortals, for his own defensive immortals. He's almost there. He's almost there. Just now getting a third shield battery. Second pylon. Decent force fields, looking down the adepts. Looking down the sentries. SKillous does claim a sentry. He gets one. Gets a stalker as well. Nice pickup. Nice pickup, but there we go. herO, he's done it. He bought enough time. The immortal has arrived. But is it going to be enough? Now we have 2 immortals for SKillous. Second immortal rocks up. Nice control out of SKillous. Does pull away. Does barely save the stalkers. But SKillous doesn't commit. And now we have a Prism, I should say. Prism has arrived. herO, he now has micro potential. He can juggle back. SKillous, he does catch out those sentries. He's got 3 immortals. Points are being pulled. And can he focus down that immortal? It's going to be close. The workers are falling. herO being forced further back. SKillous, he might just have too much. He might have just broken herO. The shield batteries are falling one after the other. herO trying to hold his own. Up to a second immortal, but the base, it falls. Massive pickoff. Nexus goes down. And what's important here is that herO, he threw away a lot of supply trying to save that base, and he didn't. Did not save the expansion. Didn't hold on. SKillous pushing his way up the ramp. Breaking down that door. Hopping over even. Does hop over the wall. Knocks down the gateway. Shield battery still in production. They're not ready. And that's not Joseph's pylon. Yeah, the pylon does fall. Depowers everything. And with that SKillous, he's done it. He has done it with supply blocks. herO, he can't warp in. He's supply blocks. What you see is what you get. 3 immortals, 2 stalkers. Shield battery is repowered. Shout out to that prism. But it may not matter. As herO is down to 2 immortals. Down to 2. The boys are being pulled. Not so much anti-air. The prism, it holds its own. Here comes another warp in. Prism goes down. Oh my god. And now that's it. That's all we had left. GG gets called. SKillous, he overwhelms. And SKillous takes a 2-0 lead. GG. Whew. GG, well played. SKillous, very nice control. Time and time again, SKillous was just so attentive to his army, saving those stalkers, saving the sentries, saving the immortals, microing back with that war prism. Very nicely done. Likewise, he was able to barely make full use of that higher immortal lead. He was up in immortal the entire game, essentially. He was up by 1, and with that, he was able to just flex that, able to force back the army. The shield batteries, they just weren't quite enough. And we saw that herO, his response after losing the natural was very late. He had very late shield batteries on the high ground, so he was broken, he was supply blocked. GG. GG, well played. SKillous, he is 1 game away from advancing on to the next round and eliminating herO from the tournament. Oh boy. Is so close. And now we're getting into our next game. Getting into our next game, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Leylines, we have our red Protoss player. Our red Protoss representing Team Liquid, leading the series 2-0, and 1 game away from knocking herO out of OSC. For Team Liquid, it is SKillous. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the blue Protoss, down in the series. The pressure is on the SFI back here and now to have a chance at advancing on. It is herO. We go. Was Jumi beat Cure earlier? That was impressive. Yeah, I was messaging Jumi earlier. He was playing in the TLMC qualifiers, and Jimmy, for those that have been following the online tournament circuit and the online tournament scene, Jimmy has been getting some really good results. We casted him beat Shin last week, he beat Solar, he went toe-to-toe with Dark, he beat Laser. Like, I would say that Jimmy, I think his best matchup is PvZ. He's been beating some of the best Zerg players in the world, but he had a really good performance last night against Cure, as he was unable to play in our tournaments as he was playing in TLMC instead. But did well. Did well for himself. Likewise, SKillous has also been popping off. If you've been watching SKillous recently, you would know that I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, SKillous, he beat MaxMax. He beat MaxMax in an open cup. Likewise, SKillous, he's been popping off against Björn. I mean, hey, he just took down Björn in this tournament. True. So really impressive play there. SKillous defeating Björn, defeating MaxMax. He's been going toe-to-toe with herO as well. SKillous, he also defeated Solar to qualify for, I think it was Little League Cup. SKillous has been getting some very, very good results. I think we spoke about this last week, but basically I would say that SKillous, for a very long time, he was top 3 Protoss in Europe, and there was like a clear distinction between SKillous, Showtime, and MaxMax. But nowadays I would say that SKillous, he's blurring those lines, like he's closing the gap, and the difference between himself and the other 2 top Protosses in MaxMax and MaxMax and Showtime is much smaller now. There's a smaller skill difference. It is far closer, and they do often trade more often. So it's been great to see the improvement and the growth of SKillous over the past year, as now he is more often and more frequently going toe-to-toe with the other best Protosses in Europe, with their performances even as well. So it has been great to see. So now, this time for the first time, standard openers. Every game in this series, SKillous, he has been going for a proxy. Game 1, proxy Stargate. Game 2, proxy Robo. Here in Game 3, gate expand, or 2-gate opener into a Nexus. So more of an economic start out of SKillous. Likewise, herO also going for his own natural, a little bit faster. herO did go for a gate cyber expand. So more greedy play by herO this time, and he will get away with it. So herO does have a slight economic edge. Meanwhile, SKillous will have faster blink, and we'll see if we can make use of it. So faster blink out of SKillous. herO going for a Stargate opener into Oracle to harass. Hallucination will confirm, so big scout here for SKillous. He gets eyes on the Stargate, and now he knows to get ready back at home. He's aware that an Oracle is on the way. Likewise, he's aware of these Stalkers. It's on SKillous to split up his army. Oh, the shield battery is late. Late shield battery at the natural. So here he can find some damage. Pokes in. Oracle deflected in the main. What is deflected? Here he pulls back, now reinforcing with a second Oracle. Again, 2 Oracles, they one-shot probes. So even though there are swords in position, the hero can still find some damage. They still look to pull SKillous apart. His Oracles, they head towards the natural. SKillous, he pulls back, he will lose 2 probes, 3 probes even. 3 workers going down. Ooh, did I say 3 getting up 6, 7, 8? Oh my god! 8 probe kills, very nice. Very nice damage from herO. He does pull SKillous apart. Very impressive. And with that, SKillous, the pressure is on. He now falls behind economically. He was already behind considering the opener of herO. herO rushing into a third, and SKillous needs to do something about that third base. Going for his own. Going for his own expansion. So he can poke in, but SKillous doesn't really have the momentum to do much about this. And hero's ready. herO is in position, has the stasis, has the shield battery. SKillous pokes in. Oh no! Oh my god. Stasis does connect. Catches the sentry. SKillous pulling away. SKillous, he does pull back. And from here, he enjoys a greater economy. Remember, he has a faster natural, faster third base, did economic damage. herO, he still maintains his lead. He's in a good position, which he's been needing this entire series. Has needed it. Even in game 1, if you remember, SKillous did take an economic advantage as well with the gold base. herO now flexing his larger army, does move out. Looking for a way across the map. Does come across SKillous. Catching out a couple of stalkers, he gets 2. 2 stalkers go down. And herO takes a 4th. Like, he's not stopping. Just faster natural, faster third, faster fourth base. herO just in control of this game. Now, the downside for herO here is that SKillous has the upgrade lead. Sure, he has +1. SKillous also getting into charge. But herO still makes up for that with a larger stalker count. Trading with SKillous. Pulling back. Does pull away. A stalker. Nice trades. With the revelation of the observer goes down. Observer gets caught. Once again, nice pick off out of herO. Rotating over, still throwing down more gateways. Now, what I'm most surprised by here, talking about the setups themselves, is that herO, he has been mass expanding. herO has no charge. Oh, and it's not intentional, is it? He just warped in zealots. These are going to be slow lots, so herO, he has forgotten charge. I was about to bring that up as a peculiar thing, and I thought he was just going Mass Blink Stalker, but no, he hasn't taken his gases. And that could be a problem. That can become a problem for herO. Hopefully he notices soon, as he has the money for it. And he's warping in more slow lots. And more slow lots are warping in. Doesn't notice yet. Uh-oh. As SKillous taking his own 4th. Getting his own 4th base. SKillous moving in, +2 is done. Has that upgraded advantage. Does he notice? Does he notice the slow lots? Yeah, he does. There it is. Charge it just now began. herO. He just noticed very late charge. SKillous, he blinks in. Base out the stasis. Going for the 5th, and he should get it. Yeah, the 5th base is going to go down. herO's going to try to engage, but without any charge lots, he can't close this gap. Yeah, he cannot close it. Base under fire. Baits out more stasis traps. And SKillous is overwhelming herO. He supply blocks. Not like this. Not like this. As it's a brutal +2 timing. Brutal timing +2. Base goes down. SKillous forcing the issue. Here come the slow lots. Let's go. Slow lots, they try to tank some shots. They're doing well at that. Forcing SKillous back. Not bad. Immortal has arrived. Better CranKy for herO. But yeah, he meets the zealots, the slow lots, he raises with charge lots. And SKillous is overwhelming. He's overwhelming the army. He shuts down the Immortal, shuts down the Stalkers. Charge will never, it's not going to finish. It's as SKillous, he has broken herO. Now getting into the 4th. Heals off those zealots. Gets into the mineral line. And herO just cannot trade against this. He cannot fight head on. Not like this. Another Immortal goes down. Finally, charge about to finish up for herO, but it's too little too late. Feel slow lot, man. There we go. Does finish just in time for SKillous to go for the kill. For SKillous to dive on forward. Boys are being pulled. And I was here for a back and forth. I was ready for a game 4, for a game 5, especially this game. Let's be real here. Here he was ahead. He had a faster economy, better economy, stronger setup. But alas, he just wasn't ready for the move out, wasn't ready for the fight. Charge did slip his mind. He also got supply blocked. And with that, SKillous, he's done it. He has done it. He overwhelms. GG gets called, and SKillous, he will take the series 3-0, eliminating herO from the tournament. GG. Whew, GG, well played. A very impressive performance here out of SKillous to claim the series. Both game 1 and game 2, we had some really strong performances out of SKillous to be able to take a lead, to be able to overwhelm herO. Game number 1, of course, was very intense on Neon Violet Square. For those who missed out on it, game 1 was herO basically going for a 2-base all-in. He went for a 2-base all-in. The all-in failed. Then herO recovered by going into Mass Disruptor. But SKillous, he took note of it, and he was able to get away with Sky Toss. Did overwhelm from there. Likewise, coming into Frostline, SKillous, he was able to go and commit and pull off a 1-base all-in. He went for a 1-base all-in, did overwhelm herO. And coming into game 3, again, things are looking good for herO. He had a better start. He had a better economy, faster natural, faster third, faster fourth base. He got away with all of that, and he should have gotten away with a larger army as well, but he didn't. The reasoning for that, he was setting up with a low gas count to reinforce with Mass Zealot. He was trying to reinforce with Mass Zealot, but he forgot charge. He forgot charge, he forgot Zealot legs, and with that, herO instead was overwhelmed. This was his game to lose, and SKillous took it. SKillous did take it. GG, well played. Whew, oh my god. And with that, we have some updates. We have some updates here in the bracket. Let's catch up on what the hell's been going on. Un momento. Let us catch up. As that does lead us here into our next series. Again, really good performances out of SKillous. What did SKillous achieve here tonight? SKillous, he took down Bjorn 3-2. That was a big win already for SKillous. And likewise, he just 3-0'd herO as well. So big results here, big wins for SKillous to take down Bjorn and to take down herO. And you can see those results here for you here and now. There we go. Again, herO, he took down Dark previously, took down Dark 3-0 to advance on to the next round. And I'll be honest, I was expecting a Max versus herO rematch. What do I mean by that? Well, quickly going to the upper portion of the brackets. Again, it has been a long event. But if we go up here to the upper portion of the bracket, you can see here, Max and herO, they went to the ace match. And honestly, that could have gone herO's way. It was very close. It was very close between herO and Max. They went all the way to the ace match, all the way to game 5. Max, he barely won that series. And then that led into Max going on a tear. Did fall to Clem in the upper bracket finals. But again, I was getting ready for a rematch. I was getting ready for herO versus Max, but SKillous, he denies that. And instead, SKillous, he makes it into the top 3, where he faces off against Max. Let's go. Let us go. So it is going to be, oh, there we go. So we are just going to be repositioning our brackets, but there we go. We have up next two series remain here. It's going to be the lower bracket finals, Max versus SKillous, and the winner goes up against Clem in the grand finals. Oh boy. Oh boy, it does not get easier from here, but again, some strong results here from SKillous, from Nikita. And we'll see if he can even get his rematch. For those that were here over the weekend, I believe SKillous did go up against Clem in the Wardy TV February event. We'll see if they face again, as we're getting ready here for those lower bracket finals. Now, as we have reached the halfway mark, we just wrapped up with 3 series, and it's gonna be a long broadcast. We're 3 hours in. We have 2 series left. We're gonna be going on a break. We're gonna be going on a break here. We're gonna be taking a moment to breathe. Take this moment to get some snacks, get some food, get some water, drain your disruptors, massage your marines, and we will soon be back with Max versus SKillous. Let's go. We'll be back after the break with some more PvP action to determine who plays against Glenn. Beating Beyond and herO one after the other is insane. 100%. Really strong results here from SKillous. We'll see if we can keep this up. We'll see if we can keep this going. We'll see you guys in a couple of minutes here for Max Packs and SKillous. See you soon.